Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another cleaning video. Today I was going to call this a power hour, but I actually ended up spending 2 hours cleaning and tidying my home today. I had a couple of hours before I did the school run, so I thought that I would just tidy up the kids' bedrooms, but also have a bit of a declutter, sort out their wardrobes and drawers as well, because especially Jackson's were quite messy. And while I was doing that, Matt was busy cleaning and organizing our kitchen. Well, I say cleaning, but he was actually packing things up because we're having to move out of our kitchen. If you're a subscriber, you'll know that that is about to go soon and we're getting a brand new kitchen. So we're kind of like boxing everything up, and then we're also taking down some wardrobes and doing a few other like handy things around the house. But there's also like some general cleaning tasks in today's video as well. So I hope you really enjoy it. If you do, give this video a big like, and if you're new to my channel, I would love you to consider subscribing for more cleaning content like this. I'm always posting stuff like this and meals and mum life and all that kind of stuff. So if you like that, I'd love to have you. Okay, so first off today, I'm starting out in my youngest son's bedroom. This is Jackson's room and he has such a big, beautiful window. So I'm just opening up the blinds to let all of that light in and just tidying up a few things. I'm just going to make the bunk beds because of the renovation work. Like everyone's sleeping everywhere. So sometimes all three boys will sleep in here. Sometimes just Fraser will. Sometimes like two of them will. Like it's musical beds still, but they actually kind of love it. So I'm just quickly giving that a bit of a tidy, and I'm going to put away some of the extra pillows that are on the top bunk. And then I also went up to just fix, there's like a lamp up there. And then I'm also going to sort out Jackson's pajama drawer. We keep all of his pajamas in his little side table here, so it's really easy for him to just get them out. But all of the sets have got like mixed up, so I'm just gonna like refold them. I've been meaning to do this for ages, and I don't know why I put little jobs like this off, because it only took like 10 minutes to do. And I like to fold the pajama sets together, so I'll just lay out the top and then lay out the bottoms that match in the middle and kind of like roll it all up into a little ball. So you've got this like lovely little pajama parcel, which is perfect to just quickly grab. He can get them out himself and stuff. So I'm just going to try and match everything up together, fold it all together, and then put it back into the pajama drawer. And then I'm going to try and sort out his toys and then his wardrobe.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got our lines crossed? We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart, and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time. If we don't feel the same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. Don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you.
Okay, So I was just going through Jackson's hanging clothes, working out if there's anything that he's grown out of and if I need to donate anything to the charity shop. There were actually quite a few clothes that were age 3 or 4. So it is time to part with those, sadly. So I will be donating those. And now I'm going to move on to his chest of drawers, and they are so disorganized, so messy at the moment. I have not done this for over 6 months, and it's funny because every now and then I'll get messages from people saying, how are you so organized? How is everything so clean? And it's really just not. Obviously, you do see me clean because I film it, but sometimes life happens and things get a bit out of control and it doesn't really matter. So please don't ever think that I've got it all together, because I really, really don't. So anyway, I'm just going to go through. I've got these lovely little drawer dividers. I know I'm always talking about them. I got them either on Amazon or IKEA. Like, you can get them at both places. So I've got one for all of his little pants, which you can see here. So now they're all in there, super organized, and you can see everything. And then I have another one for socks. And then I had that little one used to be for his pajamas, but obviously now we keep them in the bedside table. So I just put like his little vests in that part now. So I'm just going to go through, put all of his school socks together, put all of his like weekend socks together, and just make everything much more organized, and then put it all back in the drawer. And then I'm going to tackle his t-shirt drawer and his trousers as well. And then I just know that I'm going to feel so much better about his whole wardrobe.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
This is everything that I'm bagging up and I'm going to donate. There is something really sad about your youngest growing out of things. Like that yellow thing is a baby shark costume that obviously is no longer interested in, or it doesn't fit anymore. But when it's your older kids, you're like, oh, it's okay, I'll just package it up all nicely and it will get good use again. But now it's just like, it's all done, all those baby days. But anyway, now I'm moving on to the fancy dress box, and I really thought that there would be loads in here that like wouldn't fit or that I could get rid of, but actually it's all things that he plays with. I find that he plays with fancy dress mostly when his cousins come over over or his friends come over. So I'm actually just like putting everything back pretty much. And then I'm going to vacuum the room. It's not like too bad, but there were like a few bits on the rug. And as you can see, Kiki is with me. She's not really allowed upstairs. It's funny, like if we were to just like let her roam around like the house anywhere, she does sometimes, like she would come up here and maybe like have a wee. But if I'm with her, she tends not to. I think like I can see when she's sniffing and tell her to go downstairs or like take her outside. She is really good. I think she's 6 months now. So anyway, she's just hanging out with me today. I do love having her around. I find myself talking to her like a crazy person. But she's just the cutest little dog. Well, I say little, but she's like doubled in size since we got her. I'm not sure how big she'll get. But she's hanging out with me today. So I'm going to try and like make the bed around her. This is Fraser's bedroom, but at the moment, me and Jax have been sleeping in here because of all the renovations and everything. So I'm just going to give it a quick tidy and then sort through like his desk, tidy up the window seat. There's like some random towels over there that need to be put away, and just give it a good clean. Basically, I think Fraser and Caleb had a friend over from school tonight. So because of the building work and everything, they do come like upstairs and play in their room. So I kind of wanted to make it like a bit nicer for them and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to run around and clean.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do last night? Can someone make this headache go away? Yesterday was supposed to be quiet, being to myself and sit in silence, until I got a call. My friend showed up at my door. They wanted me to go out for a while. We were dancing in the dark with a feeling in our eyes. Felt like we had it all. We were dancing in the dark. We were dancing in the dark. Whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Every morning after feels the same. I know I only have myself to blame for drinking way too much. I guess I got caught up. Can someone make this headache go away?
Okay, so now I'm going to sort through these baskets that he has in his room. I love them so much. I can't remember where I got them from, but I'll link them down below. And they're just brilliant for when you're doing like a quick clean. It's a great place to just chuck any toys that you have. This was originally for all of his Rubik's Cubes, fidgets, and games, but inevitably loads of random things have got into these baskets, like some books and things. So I'm just going to sort through, find homes for things that shouldn't be in there. And just give it like a good clean. And while I am doing this clean today, I should say I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm currently actually listening to 3 different audiobooks. So depending on what mood I'm in, I'll listen to a different book. I tend to always have something playing when I'm getting ready in the morning, when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm cleaning as well. So today I'm listening to a book called Manifest. It's a new book. I love the law of attraction and The Secret. I find it all really interesting. So I'm listening to that book and quite enjoying it. I'm also listening to Dr. Julie's book, which is called Why Has Nobody Told Me? It's all about mental health and how physical health like and mental health go hand in hand, and it's really interesting. Talks about anxiety and stuff in it as well. And then I'm also still listening to Will Smith's book. It's all about his life and his career, and I'm really enjoying that. It's also quite funny as well. So yeah, sorry, it's not like book club, but I thought I would just tell you. I've also just sprayed some Febreze just to freshen up the room a little bit, and now I'm into my middle son's room, so I'm just going to wipe down the sides. We've got this glass topper and there were like quite a few fingerprints on top of it, so I'm just going to clean that off, put his sketchbook and books away, and just tidy up this area. And then I'm also just going to make the bed a little bit. He sleeps with all these different little blankets, he always has, and he just loves them. So I'm just going to fold all of that up and make the bed, and I will talk about it more in another video. I might include it in a mum hacks video. But we recently got a coverless duvet for this bed, and it is a game changer. So many of you guys loved that hack of the binder clips in the corner of the duvet to hold a duvet in place. I shared that in a home hacks video, but now with a coverless duvet, like it's obviously it doesn't slide around inside a cover, because that is it. When you want to wash it, you just stick the whole thing into the washing machine. But I haven't actually like washed it and tumble dried it yet, so I will let you know how I get on with it. But they sell them in a few different places. My friend got one in M&S. I got one on a website called Fine Bedding. But yeah, I'd never heard of that before, so pretty excited about it. But anyway, I just made the bed, and I'm now going to vacuum his room. His room was like nice and tidy, really not too bad, so I'm literally just going to vacuum, spray a bit of Febreze, and then when his friend comes over tonight, it's going to be like a nice place for them to play. And then now that all of the upstairs is pretty much done, I'm going to go down and clean up our living space, because this is the one room we're living in downstairs, and it gets so messy because we're eating in here, living in here, working out in here, playing Nintendo in here, like the dog lives in here. It is just like, it gets very well used. So I'm just going to wipe down the table, put away the gym mats, vacuum in here, and try and tidy up the couches somehow, like with all the throws that are on it. And Kiki is just following me everywhere today. So cute. She's like my little cleaning buddy. I didn't really like think about it, but as I've been editing, I'm like, oh, there she is again. There she is again. So yeah, we're just going to clean this room, and then I'm also going to vacuum the hallway.
From my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Yeah. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed. I get the wine and the corkscrew. You don't have to do one single thing. You don't know how much I want you. Just looking at you makes my whole world spin. You don't have to wake up yet.
And while I've been doing all of this, Matt has been cleaning out our kitchen, getting ready for us to get rid of the kitchen. And I wanted to show you, I've been working on my Matt impression, and I think it's getting pretty good.
So, this is my Matt impression. What do you think?
That is actually Matt. I don't know what
Trying
that
to
was.
be Emily, trying to be me.
Yeah, if you made it all the way to this 19
Like
minutes.
the way she shoved me at the end,
and-
thinking that not as many people would
Yeah,
be
but now
watching.
there's a surprise. What did they call it on Disney? It's an Easter egg. You know, like when you find something.
And this is an
You were. Oh, and Fraser's here as well. Okay, everyone's in the room.
Fraser's in the studio.
Yeah. Tell us, what were you doing, Matt?
I was clearing stuff out to put it back in for when we clear it out. No, I was like decluttering, so we're boxing up a load of stuff that we may not need for the next 3 months, but we will need them in 3 months' time.
Yeah.
We should probably get rid of it, but
No, but it is a bit weird, like with the building work. We're like, we know we're losing the kitchen any day.
yeah.
So we're like waiting, but then the builders are going to be like, you need to get out now. And then we're going to be like,
Yeah, so we're sort of having
So
a
we're
sort out
trying
before we
to-
have a sort out.
Yeah, we're trying to get organized because we're going to turn my office into a temporary kitchen.
That's
aren't
the plan.
We're going to move, well, hopefully, going to move the sink and the worktop, like part of the worktop.
Yeah, plumbing a
into
sink
the-
of some sort.
Yeah, into the office. So we might do a temporary kitchen tour.
Yeah,
If anyone would be
that
interested
classic
in that. I know.
speed clean.
It's just going to be the ugliest video ever. But yeah, just a few more months and then hopefully we'll have like our dream home, and I just can't wait to share.
We're going from one extreme to another. We're going to be going from like
Yeah.
everyone does that renovates, I guess. You
Yeah.
go from
But
living.
it does make
rough.
you realise like the kids don't mind.
They couldn't care less. That's what's really
No.
nice about it.
Yeah.
So obviously I cleared everything out. I've made like a box of cutlery and utensils that.
Or that we don't need.
Yeah, and then
Every
also
day.
those little pots of spices are for rubbing on meats and stuff, but I noticed they go out of date in June, so I thought, right, we need to keep those and try and use those in the next like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we should use them to meal plan.
Yeah, so it
Sure.
might give us a kick to make
Yeah,
those
to
kind of
actually
recipes.
Use them
Yeah,
up. Oh my gosh, yeah.
didn't realise how many we had. But
Yeah,
there's the
I
perfect
didn't.
15 right there.
That's quite satisfying.
Yeah, well,
Isn't
you know.
it? Yeah.
And then the face masks taped out with a really rubbish tape.
Yeah, but Matt keeps going, save the boxes, like from all deliveries.
And
It's
we
like,
still haven't
"Save
got
them-
enough."
Save the boxes because we're
I
like,
can't believe we don't have enough boxes.
I know. Obviously, we moved over a
I
year
couldn't
ago.
spell utensils because I knew I was on camera.
Then what was next? You cleaned out.
Yeah,
That is like the cupboard of doom.
treat cupboard. No, it looks like you'd sorted it out fairly recently anyway.
No, wasn't too bad.
Yeah, so no, I put most of it away and I've sort of left. I basically left any bits that we're probably going to need for the next couple of weeks. Well, no, in the next few months.
Yeah.
So like we were just saying, anything that we are packing up, we probably are going to want to get rid of because if we don't need it for the next 3 months,
Yeah, then when do we
when
need
do we
it?
need it?
Yeah.
But then when we come to it, we can be like, right,
That's
yeah.
so true. Like just then when I was watching, I saw like all those like blender like cups, and it's like, how many blender cups? What?
They're gone.
Did you cut them?
They're gone.
Oh, I was gonna say we could probably get rid of them. You've got
Yeah,
rid of them.
Yeah, got rid of them.
Oh, so you did have like a
Stuff
clear
at the back of
out.
cupboards. That's why with our new kitchen we're designing, there's just drawers pretty much everywhere because then you can actually get to the back of cupboards. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
you're looking at drawers.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
I'd change my
sorry.
jumper.
No, so this was footage from another evening. Basically,
We filmed.
like, we've been trying to put all kinds of stuff on eBay, haven't we?
Yeah.
So this is up. So obviously it's going to end very soon. So someone's going to come and collect it. So Matt was like taking it apart with his electric drill. It did take you quite a while, didn't it? It was a bit of a
I've never
nightmare.
taken down a fitted wardrobe like that because it was all screwed at the back. So it's like
Yeah.
I'll speed it up and it looks like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, if
but
you
actually,
times it by 20,
yeah,
it
I'm
looks
making-
really
yeah,
good.
I'm just making it up as I go along. And I'm like,
You're like, Em, come help
we should
me.
have left the audio in for this.
Yeah. And I was like, for God's sake, I'm trying to bath the kids.
If anyone's handy watching me do this, they're probably like, what is
doing
he
it all
doing?
wrong. Yeah. But anyway, we're literally going to run out of footage.
Oh, that's a
So
shame.
thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for saying hello, Matt.
That's all right.
And we'll see
Pay
you
me, yeah.
soon.
See
Bye,
ya.
guys.